Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this homemade, gut-friendly, non-alcoholic beer. You can actually make an alcoholic anyway, but for making the non-alcoholic version, it is a Mexican beer called Tepache. It is a fermented beer and it is homemade, full of whole ingredients that you have at home. So here are the things that you need to make it. You need pineapple skin. You also need brown sugar. You also need some pineapple cores or any parts of pineapples that you intend to discard. You also need some ginger. This is totally optional. You can use anise here. You need some cinnamon, cloves, and of course water. Now to make this, here's what you need to do. Now into a clean pot, add some water. You're going to add about 8 cups of water. Then you're going to add brown sugar. You can use date syrup, you can use date powder if you're looking for a much lower calorie tepache or beer or cider really. Anyway, stir this together until the sugar has dissolved, then turn on the heat. Now once the liquid has come up to a boil, a rolling boil, just like so, kill the heat and allow this to cool completely or come to room temperature. Now you would need glass jars or you'd need plastic cups. Then you also need a cheesecloth, or you can use nets if you have nets. I think that's just the only way to describe it, but cheesecloth here. So what we need to do is to cover this up, but we also want it to breathe, even though we're looking to ferment this. So that's why we're using a cheesecloth or a net. Then you also need some rubber bands. You also need some rubber bands. For the sake of this video, I'll be using 2 to 3 rubber bands per bottle. Now into a wide mouthed glass jar, I'm going to add my pineapple skins, just like so. And once I'm done adding the pineapple skins, I would go in and throw in the cores of the pineapple. If there are any other parts of pineapple that you don't need or like, you can add that here. Then I'm going in with my cinnamon sticks, my cloves, and ginger. The full ingredients will be listed in the caption below. Then I'll go in with the brown sugar liquid that I made earlier. Now for the sake of this video, I made this in 2 jars, so one is actually bigger or larger than one. Anyway, or should I say more fuller than one. Now, once you have added the brown sugar water, make sure that the pineapple cores have properly submerged. Then cover that with the cheesecloth and then secure that with your rubber band. And then into a dark place for about 2 to 3 days. Just say goodbye to it and leave it there. Now after 2 to 3 days, this is what you have. I'd like to also point out that the first time you get it, if you look at the jars, you would see some brown linings just around it. Don't fret, there's cinnamon and cloves here, so that's what actually gives it that brown lining. So it's not dirt or anything. The only thing you have to look out for is to see if there are molds around the pineapple or whatever. But this looks good, the foam is there. It's that foam that tells you that it is good. But one advice I'd like to give is that whilst it is sitting in the dark room for about 2 to 3 days, go ahead and taste it every day until you get your preferred taste, and then you can stop the fermenting process. But 2 to 3 days is all you need. If you exceed 2 to 3 days, then it turns alcoholic and it gets more intensified, and that's not what we're looking for here. Now go ahead and strain that, and once you strain that, you can discard the pineapple skin, the cinnamon sticks, and the rest of it, or you can simply just use that to make some pineapple tea. I'm so sorry, there's an airplane passing. And typically I like to serve this with ice cubes. It is so refreshing, it is delicious, and it is great. It is great for your digestive system. It has probiotics. It is great for your immune system. It helps to support your immune system. It has vitamin A, B, and C because of the pineapple in it. It is so good. It is so good. Now, one of the things I'd like to point out while making this beer is that the longer it stays even in your fridge, the more it continues to ferment. Now, one of the ways you can do that is to store it open or drink it up the day that you make it. That's just the only way to stop this drink from, continuous fermentation. This drink is super good and it is really refreshing. I'd advise that you drink this up within 2 days of making it. So make this in little batches if you are drinking this alone, or just make it in little batches, or just make a large batch and give to your friends and family. Now, to store this, you actually need to store them in glass jars or bottles, just like so. You can store them in glass bottles or plastics, but not metal. There's a chemical reaction that metal doesn't really sit well with the fermentation process of this drink. Now, when you store this in the fridge, it's also important to pop the bottle out every day and open it up just to release the gas in it. Storing it for longer and not opening it up to release the gas would make the bottle explode, and so we don't want that. So every day, pop it out of your fridge and open it up. Now, in order to give this a fizzy feel, once you store this in a jar, leave it in the dark space for about 2 or 3 days extra. Now, I only stored this for about 24 hours because I didn't want that extra gas, since I was typically trying to debloat really, and I didn't want that extra gas, but I just wanted to show you what it would look like. Now, if you see at the top of the glass, you'll see the brownish lining. It's still the cinnamon feel, so you don't have to fret. But now, if you look at the bottle so closely, in 24 hours, and after 24 hours, I've popped it in the fridge for about 2 days. You can see how fizzy and how gassy this drink is. So you don't even need to do that whole extra fermentation after you bottle it. Just put it in the fridge and enjoy it. Again, every day, pop it out of the fridge and release the gas. Now, you can enjoy this drink straight up, or you can make mocktails or cocktails out of it. I have shared some of the cocktail and mocktail recipe on my Instagram page, so feel free to check that out. I hope you like this, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you're able to make this, and let me know in the comment section. And until next time, cheers guys, I love you, one cheers.